Me and my brother kind of just like honed in on that, and we're like, let's make an album that's gonna be really fun to tour.
From her upbringing to what goes on inside her head, join me as I show you some facts you never knew or noticed about Billie Eilish.
Just a reminder about our new giveaway. We're giving away the new iPad Pro or the new iMac Pro. The choice is yours. All you have to do is watch the full video, leave a like, comment the keyword hidden in the video, and make sure you're subscribed. It's that simple.
11. Ocean Eyes wasn't meant to be her first major single.
I never meant to make a hit. And I know this is like the Hit Makers Awards, and it's crazy that you can make one without meaning to.
Nowadays, Billie Eilish has a whole host of tracks that people can look up and say, dang, Billie's got a great voice and all that. But as with all singers, it all started with one, and that one was Ocean Eyes. But what people didn't know for the longest time was that the success of Ocean Eyes, and even the creation of it, wasn't planned or intended. This all happened because Billie was in a dance group at school, and her teacher asked her to either come up with a song for a performance, as she knew she could sing well, or have her brother lend her one of his songs. Well, she decided to make one for herself and worked with her brother to make it happen. After the song got made, her brother Phineas called it Ocean Eyes, and the two put it on SoundCloud for her teacher to listen to. Once it was on there, a music blog found it, made it very popular by spreading it around, and the legend of Billie Eilish took off from there. So imagine where her life would be right now if her teacher didn't give her that assignment. 10. The choir.
Growing up, I was in a choir, and so there was always a lot of harmonies around me, so I kind of got a good idea of what is gonna sound right or whatever.
Billie has always been a natural-born musician and began writing music at the young age of 11. She shared with Vogue that she was a member of the Los Angeles Children's Choir, which helped develop her singing skills. It's the choir that helped me learn the proper way to sing and not ruin my voice completely. But I've just always sung all the time. I sang so much that my family had to shush me, she joked. This is a fascinating insight into Billie Eilish herself, because she apparently would sing all the time. You could argue that she was born to be a singer, and she knew it. But it wasn't until she went into choir that she learned to sing properly, which isn't what you would usually hear from singers like her. Still, we should be grateful for the choir lessons because she really can sing great. 9. Celebrity texts.
That fool was wrong.
One of the things that proves you're a true celebrity is the fact that you sometimes have the contact info of major stars. Or at the very least, the agents to the stars. Hollywood, in all its facets, is much more connected than you might believe. That's why you see certain pairings of actors or actresses over and over again, because they let their friends and such know what's going on. The music world is no different. But what might surprise you is that Billie has an open dialogue via text messages with all sorts of hit artists, including Drake. Drake is like the nicest dude I've ever spoken to, the singer said in an interview with Vanity Fair earlier during an interview. I mean, I've only texted him, but he's so nice. He does not need to be nice, but he is. That's a hilarious admission, and one that actually got her and Drake in a bit of trouble because they thought it was inappropriate for a guy like Drake to talk to a young starlet like Billie. But she put the kibosh on that hit really quick. Eilish also revealed that she has contact info for a variety of other stars, including Kid Cudi and Tiana Taylor. 8. Her nickname.
You'll always be our captain, Captain.
Right.
It's honestly not too surprising that Billie Eilish has a nickname. After all, it's a part of growing up in many ways. But what might surprise you, though, is that her nickname is a bit weird. It's Pirate. Yeah, I know, right? And you might hear that and go, oh, so she must have stolen some stuff or acted like a pirate when she was young, right? Except that she didn't. She was actually given this title by her brother Phineas before she was born. Why he thought of such a swashbuckling name for his sister is a bit of a mystery, but Billie has adopted it as one of her middle names. So clearly she doesn't mind being called a pirate. A sentiment many people will understand. 7. Her family is famous.
Every year, my family and me, we would all sit in the living room, watch the Grammys. We never missed it.
A lot of the time you hear stories of singers, actors, performers who come from nothing in order to make it big and they're born to be in field. Billie is a songwriter and singer. We all know that. But what you might not know, though, is that she comes from a rather big family, one that has its roots in Hollywood in one form or another. A lot of her family members were either actors or musicians, and her parents are Maggie Baird and Patrick O'Connell, each of whom have ties to various parts of Hollywood, including being screenwriters. So right off the bat, Billie was actually set up to be famous in certain ways because she had these famous people in their own right that had the reach, connections, and most importantly, the experience to be in Hollywood. That guiding influence was essential in Billie's life, even up to now with her being a major star. They helped her and guided her on the path she needed to go and ensured that she was taken care of in certain behind-the-scenes ways because her family knew the business. A lot of stars no doubt wish they had that kind of support system in their lives. 6. Inspiration.
I listened to a lot of the Beatles and Avril Lavigne. You know, I had all my faces. I had Green Day, My Chemical Romance, The Strokes, and Red Hot Chili Peppers. And then it was like Tyler and Marina and the Diamonds and Lana Del Rey and everything.
When it comes to music, inspiration is one of the most important things. And not just inspiration in terms of where she gets her song ideas. We'll talk about that in a bit. But rather, whom you listen to and how you want to adapt yourself to being like them without being them. Although Eilish's music doesn't sound much like the rest of the top 40, she actually draws inspiration from a number of popular recording artists. And by popular, we're not referring to pop or country. We're talking hip-hop and rap singers. In an interview with Teen Vogue, Billie named Tyler, the Creator, Childish Gambino, A$AP Rocky, Big Sean, and Drake as influences. She also noted that singer-songwriters Aurora and Lana Del Rey inspire her. So just like Billie Eilish herself, this is quite an eclectic set of characters to try and model your music after. 5. Her song ideas come from anywhere.
We lay all day in our comfy bed. What a wonderful life.
As noted in the last entry, sometimes the ideas for songs can be so simple, it's almost shocking. Or they can be so complex that you can tell these songs have a true connection with the artist who made them. For Billie Eilish, her thought process is so out there at times that she comes up with songs from the most basic or even the most dark of things. For example, she once made a song because she had a bellyache. Or another time she wanted to get the feeling of being sucked into a black hole. I'm sure some of this may seem dark or just plain odd, but her family encourages it, especially her brother, who is just as weird at times with his own music. Her and Phineas consistently collaborate on music, and the results of them speak for themselves despite the dark nature of it all. 4. Homeschooling.
Is it kind of gives nobody the opportunity to judge.
This one shouldn't be too surprising, but I'm sure some of you will dig this certain factoid. Both Billie and her brother Phineas were homeschooled. Their parents ensured that their at-home curriculum had a heavy arts focus, which makes sense given how musically gifted both their children turned out. But for those who were seeing between the lines here, there's no doubt that Billie being homeschooled was a big part of why she turned out the way she did in terms of her personality, her looks, her feelings on certain things, and more. What's more, there's another reason why she's so close to her brother, because they spent a lot of time together. 3. Injuries. If you know the backstory of Billie Eilish, you'll know that she has Tourette syndrome. She manages it and has honestly been dealing with it for all of her life, but her injuries go far beyond that condition. In 2016, Billie suffered from a major dance injury when she was dancing with seniors in her dance class. Her bone had separated from her hip muscle, which caused her to be unable to dance for a few years. Obviously, she's healed now, but it might explain certain things in regards to how she acts on stage in regards to limited movement and not a lot of choreographed dance beats. Though, if you ask her, it's all part of the plan because she wants to deliver a feeling of being in a mosh pit. 2. She's a Bieber fan.
Don't surprise me with Justin Bieber. I can't take it.
Billie has been open about being in love with Justin Bieber since a young age, like many girls. That was like my first love. That was the person I was in love with. In my head, he was in love with me. It was like a relationship with a person, Billie said about Justin in a radio interview with K-Rock. While some of you might be rolling your eyes at this is a bit shocking because given her personality and the songs that she sings, you'd think she wouldn't fall into the spell of Bieber. And yet, that's exactly what she did. At Coachella one year, she unintentionally met him and was visibly shell-shocked because she didn't know what to do now that he was actually in front of her. Be a fan, Billie. Be a fan. 1. She's also a fan of The Office.
Well, other things you can do to help cut down on the spread of disease are to wash your hands regularly, don't come in if you're sick, and get your flu shot.
Well, I guess we all have our things we like. Billie has made it clear on multiple occasions that The Office is her favorite TV show of all time. She even used samples from the episode Threat Level Midnight in her song My Strange Addiction, which is certainly one way of paying tribute to a series that you like. This is yet another shock because The Office wouldn't seem to be the kind of show or the kind of comedy that Billie Eilish would like based on what we know about her. But doesn't that prove we don't know much about her at all? So, what do you think? What do you think of these facts about Billie Eilish that you likely didn't know? Were you surprised by these factoids? Which of these do you think is the most surprising? Which of them do you look at and go, yeah, that makes sense? Let me know in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you next time on the channel.
Just a reminder about our new giveaway. We're giving away the new iPad Pro or the new iMac Pro. The choice is yours. All you have to do is watch the full video, leave a like, comment the keyword hidden in the video, and make sure you're subscribed. It's that simple.